All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Sunday Night Football week number 5. We got the 49ers taking on the Cowboys. I got a game pick for today's video as well as a few player props that I want to jump into, so very excited for that. As of right now, the 49ers sitting at 3.5 point favorites at home. Total sitting at 45 there, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well. And while you're down there, make sure to check out the sponsor of today's show, Outlier. We're going to use the Outlier tool real time as we make this video as well, so it'll be cool for you guys to see that. But if you do want access to the best sports betting research tool, especially for player props on the market right now, check out the link in the description as well as the pinned comment. Get 7 days free with Outlier. After that, it's $19.99 per month, which it'll pay for itself in no time if you use it correctly. And I'll show you how we're going to do that later on in the video. But make sure to go check out Outlier. Let's go ahead and jump into this game. So like I said, San Francisco setting here as favorites. Now, my initial lean in terms of a side here was to lean towards San Francisco, but then as you look more and more into it, I don't know how much, and I know they're really good. They are really good, obviously. I don't know how much they've been tested so far. Pittsburgh, Rams, Giants, and Cardinals isn't all that impressive of a feat or anything like that so far into the year, right? And looking at it from a DVOA perspective too, I thought this defense was really, really good. It turns out they're kind of only good against the pass. 23rd in rush defensive DVOA, which, you know, kind of speaks volumes to the level of competition or lack thereof that they've been playing. So it kind of eked me out. I hit the brakes a little bit. I was okay, I don't really trust the Cowboys to go out here and totally win this game. I wanted to go San Francisco, but seeing that sort of, you know, the competition that they've played and everything like that, like, just didn't really jump out to me. Now, you could make the same argument for the Cowboys, right? Kind of an unpredictable schedule that both these teams have had. These clearly are the best teams that they're playing to date in one another. So I don't think that I have much to go for and go on in terms of a spread pick, but I like the under a lot. That is play number 1 here. So I wanted to go. I have a slight lean still towards San Francisco minus 3.5. Keep an eye on the pinned comment to see if we end up rolling with that. But a final play right now is going to be the under 45. The last 2 times these two teams played one another, so the last 2 seasons, it was a 23-17 game under, and then a 19-12 game under. By the way, for the ones keep track back home, San Francisco won both of those games by more than 3.5. So, you know, a little aid and pay homage to the lean there, I guess. But under 45 here with 2 of the best defenses in the league. Dallas, the best defense in the league from a DVOA perspective, ranking number 1. They also specialize in the pass, number 1 in passing DVOA defensively, and then down to 12th when it comes to DVOA rush defense, but nonetheless still 1 overall. So we know that's a good defense. Plenty of playmakers on the defensive as well. But you have the San Francisco guys. This is a really good defense. They have very similar defensive schemes, whatnot, to Dallas. I think this is going to be a difficult game offensively for everybody today. And honestly, the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey and company has been amazing, but they haven't faced a defense like Dallas yet. In fact, anyone that plays Dallas hasn't faced a defense like Dallas yet because they are that good. So I'm looking for not necessarily these big play defensive plays, but really just a ton of chugging down, field goal, chugging down, field goal, turnover, fumble, the type of thing that eats up clock, and we cash an under here, under 45. So again, I'll lean towards San Francisco, but I'll also roll with the under as a final player, under 45. I wish we could get a better line. I tried to mix and match the same game parlay, but again, I don't really like a side all that much here. I'm going to leave that San Francisco one at a lean. But let's jump into player prop number 1, okay? And like I said, we're using Outlier for this, and there's going to be a lot of green on the board here for Tony Pollard, over 13.5 for his longest rush. We've seen a couple running backs break one out against the San Francisco defense, and like I said, they are obviously a very good defense, but that's based on also who they've played. If you look at it from a yards perspective, they are, you know, really good. 3rd overall in yards per game allowed. So I don't love Tony Pollard's overall yards line. I don't hate it, but don't love his over 56.5, but I like the chance that they could have one little lapse and he breaks out a 14+ yard run. He's done it in 4 straight games here. And like I said, if there's one weakness we can call out, at least with DVOA metrics, it is the rush defense here on the 49ers side of the ball. So that's my pick number 1 here. Tony Pollard, over 13.5 for his longest rush. You can get that at -105 right now on DraftKings or BetMGM. Whoa. Whoa, that was a stutter. And then FanDuel is way behind there at -114. These are obviously going to be the best prices available. All right, next player prop we're going to roll with is going to be Fred Warner over 7.5 tackles plus assists. Again, I think this game is going to be won or lost in the trenches. Both these teams are going to give, their boys the rock, the halfbacks here, Christian McCaffrey and Tony Pollard. I think that Warner is going to be all around and all over this game, and we're getting great value. +120. You can see Caesars has this at +112. DraftKings, we're getting, a little bit more value there, and he's done this in 3 of the 4 games this season. If you look back to his last 10, so last year included, he's done it in 8 of his last 10. The guy's everywhere. We know that he's an absolute animal. I like his chances here to get this. And then I do have another lean on the game. I don't know if we're going to roll with it because Christian McCaffrey is due for somewhat of a poor game at some point. He's now going up against a really good defense, but he is so filthy. We know that. This is a lean. I'll update you if you see it in the pinned comment. It means I'm making a final play, but over 79.5 rushing yards. How can you look at these sub 80 numbers for him and even, second guess? This dude has been so good. The thing that's keeping this at a lean right now is mainly because this Dallas defense is a hell of a lot more impressive of a defense than any of the teams he's had to run against. But he's more impressive than any player in the league, you know what I mean? So it's not like I'm saying the Dallas defense is going to eat him alive. I just don't know if, we lay that number comfortably. So to recap, guys, those are 3 player props, 1 being a lean. But to recap everything, I do slightly lean, and I say slightly, and I sound like a broken record here, slightly lean towards San Francisco, -3.5. Final play on the game is going to be the under 45. Then we have Tony Pollard's longest rush over 13.5 yards, and then Fred Warner's over tackles plus assist number at 7.5 for +120 odds. We'll keep an eye on those odds. I want to get the best odds possible, obviously. But yeah, guys, I do think this is going to be a good game. I think we have 2 good teams, way better than the Thursday night matchup, which is awesome. Probably even better than the Monday night matchup. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. If you do want to further support the show, pick up some Fade Me merch, fademe.store, guys. Really good quality merch. We got a bunch of new hoodies for the fall weather and football ready type weather out there. So make sure to check it out. Support what we're doing here. Help us grow. I get so excited every time I see an order come through. Pick it up. Fademe.store. I'll put that in the pinned comment as well. And yeah, let's cash. We've been off to a good NFL start. Let's keep that thing going. All right. Catch you in the next one.